Всем привет! Вы на канале Игровой демон. Ну что ж, дорогие друзья, начинаем с вами продолжать проходить Noire. Как я обещал, ребят, я запустил стрим. Давайте, ребят, продолжим. Так, давайте. Так, ребят, давайте я... Ребят, у меня что-то в наушниках сейчас звука нету. Нет, есть звук. Что-то я, ребят, это маленько не то сделал. Так, сейчас, ребят, подождите, проверим. Есть звук? Это маленько не то сделал. Да, звук, ребят, так, есть. Звук есть, и мне это, ребят, очень даже нравится. Звук есть, и мне... И да, ребят, извиняюсь, то что не было, ребят, так долго стримов. То девушка приезжала, то к отцу в больницу надо было ехать вчера. Хотя стрим был запланирован еще вчера, ребят. Но третья часть вышла только сегодня. Чего мы ждем? Да чего мы ждем? Я хз, чего мы ждем? Так, улики, места. Так. Незаконные уличные гонки.
Can you drive to this one?
Так, ладно, если что, пускай он ведет, я это...
What kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cars?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Так.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Ох ты, ё-моё, ребят.
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at
Ладно,
First
ребят,
and
давайте
Santa
их
Fe.
поймаем.
Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. He's getting away. Gonna lose him.
Охренеть,
We shut
ребят.
one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to clear off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those.
Ребят, я вот одно понять не могу. Почему машины тут разлетаются как
Delgado is our
картонки?
boy. Forget the others.
Мне интересно только вот это. Да блять. Сука. Да блять. И куда он поехал? Да, понятно. Непонятно, куда он поехал, не знаю, что такое. Понятно. Так, давайте, ребят, продолжим.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Так, ребят, давайте это пропустим.
Quick, they're getting away.
Phelps,
Давайте, ребят,
1247.
догоняем их,
Requesting
короче.
assistance at First and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
На этот раз, ребят, я никого не упущу.
He's getting away. You're gonna lose him. Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars and sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those to last
Давай,
me a
машинка,
lifetime.
гони.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this
А,
guy
вон
out.
куда он поехал.
Delgado is our boy.
Да
Forget
почему
the
тачка
others.
такая уёбищная? Сука. Твою мать. Ай, тихо. Давай, корыто. Вон, вижу, ребят, его вижу там вдалеке. Ребят, не кажется ли он замедляется? О, догоняем.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out. God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
Капец, ребят, у него тачка просто в хлам разбилась.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for Grand Theft Auto. Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricón. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's a man? I should have burned his fucking car.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit
Нормально.
and kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
И чё теперь? Миссию мы выполнили. Кое-как, конечно, но выполнили. Так, найден улик, правильные ответы. Так.
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want Liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend Liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso? Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Охренеть, ребят. Просто сбил человека. Ни за что.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
I need a drink.
Так,
I got the jitters again.
Угу. А не, хотя, ребят, подождите, там что-то сказали осмотреть. Так.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Ну-ка, ребят.
Come on, Bukowski, move it.
Так, ребят, давайте посмотрим места.
I'm busy here, Phelps.
Подождите. Угу. Так, текущее место. Кафе, бар, место совершения наезда. Так, места, ну понятно. Угу.
Well, you don't see that every...
Так, кто-то пришел. Так, а где тут кафе-то, блин? Угу. Ладно, ребят, пойдемте вниз, тут нечего делать. Я, скорее всего, ребят, понимаю то, что нам надо куда-то еще. Так, ну-ка, где тут кафе-то, ребят? Тут вообще пыточная, походу. Тут у нас что? А нет, это путь наверх, я забыл. Тут карцер, блин. Так.
That's the guy from the papers.
Интересно, кафе тут находится, ребят? А нет, тут уже, ребят, госпиталь. Тут, ребят, уже точно госпиталь. Мы не туда с вами пошли. Тут уже госпиталь. Как видите, ребят, госпиталь. Угу.
You can drive.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Угу. Угу.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, name is Shannon Perry. No, It's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Так. Так, давайте, ребят, сначала труп посмотрим.
You should take a look at the body.
I ended on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Посмотрим, ребят, что мы тут можем найти. Ребят, слышите, такое чувство, что, ребят, не знаю, кости хрустят у этого трупа. Так, деньги. Угу, водительское удостоверение. Ага.
We can notify next of kin.
Так, ну ладно. Так, тут у нас что?
Patterson has life insurance.
Угу. Так, интересно, ребят, что-то у нас здесь-то под рукой. Угу. Тоже с рукой тоже ничего нету.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Так, хорошо, ребят, давайте посмотрим. Вот тут, например.
This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
Угу. Так, тут у нас что за улика?
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Угу. Так, тут у нас что?
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Угу.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Угу. Так. Нет, ребят, шляпа, ничего интересного нету.
It's all yours, Detective.
Find anything interesting?
Угу. Значит, ребят, все, музыка затихла, я так понимаю. Ладно, давайте переспросим женщину.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Угу. Показания свидетельницы. Описание машины подозреваемого. Давайте вот это выберем.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Угу. Так.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
You weren't at the window. You were in the bar. What's a young girl like you doing alone?
А, не,
in the
ребят,
bar?
не туда нажал.
That's a goddamn lie.
Так, красный Линкольн. Континентал. Так, бумажник. Письмо страховной компании.
Go away. I can tell you, the police in Shawnee County are a lot nicer than they are here.
Угу.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Так, а мне кажется, она врет.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things.
Мне кажется, ребята, она врала все это время. Что-то она не договаривает.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Так, ну ладно, еще один человек, кстати, зашел. Так, ребят, всем привет, всем привет.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Так, я... Так, ребят, тут что, газета? Ну-ка. Ну-ка.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective.
Угу.
Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Ну чё, ребята, рассказывайте, как у вас дела, как провели день, что делали. Вот я, честно говоря, ребят, сегодня на работе слишком сильно устал. Так что как-то
Detective
так,
Phelps of the
ребят.
LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Угу. Так, ребята, Дадли Линч. Так, глаза, ребят, темно-карие. Возраст 33 года. А выглядит, будто ему, ребят, за Ну, за 43, серьезно. Так, волосы каштановые, пол мужской. Бармен в кафе Уре. Ага, давайте сначала спросим у него связь с жертвой.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Ну-ка.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special. Not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Угу. Так. Подслушанная ссора в баре.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Давайте, ребят, подумаем, что тут нажать.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
Угу. Так, наезд на пешехода, совместные деловые планы. Давайте вот это спросим.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Мне тут кажется, он лжет. А нет,
Why are
не
you
лжет.
lying, Lynch? What are you covering up?
Is that the best you've got? You expecting me to confess to being the driver?
А нет, ребят, один раз ошибся. Блин, с кем не бывает. Так, красный Линкольн. Ага, бумажник. Письмо от страховой компании. Отчет, ага. Подслушанная ссора, показания. Так, подождите, ребят. Давайте у него про бумажник спросим.
I'd suggest you speak to someone who saw what happened. I'm about done speaking to you.
Угу.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Угу. Ну вот тут точно обвинить, я полагаю.
Is Leroy really going into business with Lorna? You sure you're not covering?
Блин, почему его нельзя обвинить, ребят? Он что, постоянно правду говорит?
I wouldn't last a weekend with her. You're barking up the wrong tree there, partner.
Так, ребята, вот теперь я хочу спросить у него отчет вот это вот.
You finished scratching around? I've got work to do before I close up. You know the way out.
Stalling just makes us more inquisitive.
Два правильных вопроса, ребят.
With or without you? That guy has a serious attitude problem. You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Так, ну чё, ребят, выходим. Пошлите на выход. Так. Так, ага. Странно, почему вот здесь нельзя было перепрыгнуть? Чё-то, ребят, все это очень странно.
Sorry, Phelps, do you mind if I get on with this?
Так, спросите у сообщества, ребят. Подождите, нет, ребят, подождите. Ладно, садимся, ребят, в тачку. Места. Кафе Урея. Дом Шелтона. Давайте туда, ребят, поедем.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Господи, сейчас! Не вовремя! Ребят, меня там мыться позвали. Так что я постримлю где-то часик 20. Час 20 постримлю и, возможно, закончу. Охренеть, тачка, ребят, разбита.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Понятно, удрать решил, ребят. Подождите, ребят. Телефон потух. Даже никто не удосужился, ребят, в чат написать. Как некрасиво с вашей стороны.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
Так.
Don't let that asshole get away.
Охренеть, ребят, мы ему тачку просто на части разбираем.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Так, ребят, давайте сюда поедем теперь.
all hard at the prospect of paperwork, don't you? So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things in the war after their buddies got hurt.
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work.
You don't think...
Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
Кстати, вот, ребят, мы и приехали с вами. Угу. Давайте, ребят, постучимся.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Так, и что теперь?
We wanted to give you the facts about the accident, ma'am.
I appreciate that, but I think I know most of them already, Detective. He was hit by a car, now he's dead. What more is there to tell?
Pardon me, but you don't appear to be too upset about it.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick together this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
Beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Угу. Ну чё, ребят, давайте позадаем вопросы ей. Причина ссоры, ребят.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Так, так, хочу спросить у сообщества, ребят. Ага, плохой коп, ребят.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Так, ладно, наезд на пешехода. Давайте вот это спросим.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Так.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Так, ладно, теперь, ребят, вот это выберем.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Ребят, она либо врет, либо я не знаю. Может обвинить? Нет.
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Так. Давайте вот это, ребят, сейчас.
You really don't have any idea, do you? You're making a royal fool of yourself here.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this. Come on, Phelps. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Нормально, ребят. Ладно, давайте, ребят, поехали отсюда.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps.
Так, ребят,
Between the
место.
driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the facts.
Так, ладно, ребят, едем опять туда.
You know the way. You can drive.
Угу. Так, ладно, давайте, ребят, опять сюда заходим. Ребят, тут где-то, знаю, музыка играет, тут газета, походу. Угу.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can, unfortunately, be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. We can reveal the root of the problem. Then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Угу. Интересно, ребят, то, что мы сейчас с вами услышали. Ладно, положить предмет. Так, ладно. Ну-ка, ребят, давайте позвоним по телефону.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thank you.
Господи, ребята. Продолжаем. Ребят, блин, мы это уже смотрели. Блин, зараза, ребят, я не хотел смотреть опять. Ну придется, ребят, придется. Что могу сказать, ребят, я опять не то сделал.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, These people were condemned to sanatoriums. We can reveal the root of the problem. Then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Угу. Сейчас, ребят, подождите, я водички попью. Погодите немножко. Сейчас продолжим. Здесь пришлось отучиться в поход в магазин. Так, ребят, давайте-ка мы с вами продолжим дальше. Ладно. Так, и что тут нам, ребят, делать надо? Места, ребят. Ладно, давай. Ой, извиняюсь, ребят. Так, выбрать место. Так, ладно, ребят, давайте, пускай он опять садится за руль. Так. Ага. Так, ладно, ребят, заходим. Так, там морг, что ли, я понять не могу.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of wits because you're unarmed.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
The full report will go into the case file, but Carruthers could probably give you what he has now.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
So the hit and run was a cover-up?
I'd say he was stabbed twice at very close quarters. Both wounds thrusting upwards and then pushed in front of the car.
Easy, Tiger.
Clever, really. I almost missed it. The trajectory of the wounds was all wrong if he was impaled by the hood ornament. Find the knife, detectives.
Yes, sir.
Так, ладно, хорошо, ребят.
We need to hit Ray's one more time and trial for evidence.
Понимаю, ребят, каково это быть рядом с трупом. Представляю, ребят.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Так, ладно, поехали, ребят.
Can you drive to this one?
So there was some truth to Sheldon's cock and bull story after all.
He didn't stop, but he didn't kill Patterson either.
I'm no betting man, but I know where I'd put all my chips.
The grieving widow and her shoulder to cry on.
Now all we need is a murder weapon.
Mm-hmm. Так, ну ладно.
Lester could be a heel,
We just wanted
but
to check the crime scene over one
that's
more
a
time.
lousy way
Mr.
for anyone
Sabo.
to go out.
If that's all right.
Can you be quick about it? Cops are bad for business.
Really? We'll tiptoe, Sabo. You won't even notice us.
Так, ну ладно, ребят.
All right. Step by step, check every inch of ground.
Ага, ребят, чуть опять не посмотрел. Так.
You know, I don't really feel like talking to you right now.
Ребят, я не думаю, что мы что-то тут найдем. Странно это все как-то, ребят. Ну-ка. Ребят, я хз, что тут осматривать. Музыка, ребят, затихла, но я, блин, не понимаю.
Lester could be a heel, but That's a lousy way for anyone to go out.
Так, ну. Ну-ка тут, ребят, телефон есть. А, это наш напарник стоит. Я-то, ребята, думал, что это... Сами знаете кто. Наконец-то хоть что-то может посмотреть. Тут тоже смотреть нечего. Тут вообще, ребят, выход на улицу. А нет, подождите, дверь тут точно закрыта. Стоп, почему я вот не могу зайти сюда?
You know, I don't really feel like talking to you right now.
А, может это, ребят, другая газета? Ну-ка, давайте, ребят, еще эту газету посмотрим. Ну-ка. Ну-ка, давайте еще, ребят, посмотрим. Может, что-то изменится? Я просто не знаю, что уже делать. А нет, одно и то же, ребят. Не, ребят, я серьезно, это одно и то же. Не знаю, ребят, почему тут стоит в этих барах одна и та же газета.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. We can reveal the root of the problem. Then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Все, ребят, теперь я понял. А теперь-то ты можешь со мной поговорить?
Lester could be a heel, but that's a lousy way for anyone to go out.
Ну-ка, эта дверь открыта. Нет. Блин, мне бы помощь бы от Альберта сейчас. Но я серьезно не понимаю, что тут и как тут, что тут делать надо. Я сейчас ничего не понимаю, ребят. Музыка просто затихла. Какого хрена я делаю в этом месте? Вот в чем меня вопрос-то мучает. Ладно, похер, ребят, давайте сюда зайдем. Так, сохранение, ребят. Угу, понятно. Одна и та же дверь, ребят. О! О! Все-таки надо было выйти на улицу, ребят. Понятно. Это что у нас? Нож, ребят, да? Тот же самый нож, ребят. Так, ножик мы, ребят, пошли. Пойдемте этого Лероя допрашивать.
Leroy Sabo, you're under arrest for the murder of Lester Patterson.
Not gonna happen, fellas. Go! I'll bring the car around and head him off.
Блин.
It's too late, Sabo.
Это что, ребят, гульки, что ли?
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Капец, ребят, тихо. Ах, кто наверх поднялся, тварь. Так, тихо. Вот и все, ребят, сдох. Надо было...
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski. Have patrol pick up Mrs. Patterson.
Сам завыпендривался, ребята, сам пулю получил. Так.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective.
Ребят, я сейчас включу свет. Закрою окно, потому что, ребят... Хотя, ребят, подождите. Можно, в принципе, сделать вот так. Но просто сейчас включить свет, ребят. Потому что уже что-то темно, ребят, становится, честно сказать. Да уж. Так, ну ладно. Прокол, ребят. Угу.
Phelps, Bukowski. B-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Ладно, ребят, это уже следующая глава. Давайте тут мы, ребят, с вами закончим, потому что я сейчас пойду мыться. Пойду приводить себя, ребят, в порядок. В принципе, ребят, я так скажу, что нет смысла, ребят, продолжать стримить дальше, потому что из людей никто не зашел, чат абсолютно пустой. Так что, ребят, давайте, всем пока-пока-пока. Я думал, вы зайдете, оказывается, ребят, никто не зашел. Ну, наверное, вы заняты просто были. Или я просто зря тратил свое время. Ну ладно, ребят, давайте. Всем спасибо за внимание. Всем пока. Так, ладно, ребят, давайте выйдем. Не выключу, ребят. Так, проверка сохраненных данных. Так, ладно, ребят, давайте.